Evie and Marnie Makabrowski, riding level 1, test 2. A. Enter at the working walk. Proceed down center line to X without halting. X to M. Continue working walk along diagonal. M to H. Working walk. H to E. Between H and E, begin leg yield left across the center line, arriving on the quarter line between B and F. Continue working walk down quarter line to lower rail. At lower rail, turn right and proceed to K. K to E. Between K and E, begin leg yield right across center line, arriving on the quarter line between B and M. Continue working walk down quarter line to upper rail. At upper rail, turn left and proceed to H. HXF, change rein, lengthening the horse's stride and allowing the horse to stretch forward and downward. F through A, working walk. A, circle right 20 meters in the working walk without losing the rhythm or swing of the gait. A to K, working walk. KXM, change rein, lengthening the horse's stride and allowing the horse to stretch forward and downward. M to C, working walk. C, circle left 20 meters in the working walk without losing the rhythm or swing of the gait. HXK, zigzagged on straight lines at letters. A to F, working walk. F to X, working walk along diagonal. Turn down center line at X. X to G. Between X and G, halt, salute. Dismount, stand quietly for a moment. You may reward your horse. Take the reins over the horse's head, run up the stirrups, and leave the arena, leading the horse at its shoulder. I want to thank Marnie for all of her hard work here. Now we're going to go through this time and just talk about what we see here, and then we'll go through it again and score it. Now right away we see this horse is nicely over its back, staying consistently in the bridle here, straight. The rider's hands are staying down. She looks good in the saddle here this time. But how lovely this test is, quite consistent throughout. By far one of the best ones we've seen yet. Horse is relaxed. Now, yes, the walk could have a little more energy in it, a little more lift, but a horse at this level, in the beginning levels, this is really quite good. Very nice, consistent 4-beat walk. So that's quite good. Now this is the first leg yield coming up here. And the fault that we see here is the horse, this is not bad here, but right there it starts, all of a sudden she loses his hindquarters and that swings out too far and is way too behind. In other words, the hindquarters are way too behind following. So that would be a fault there. But comes back into a good working walk when she gets straight again. Nice consistently in the frame. Walk has a little bit slow and fast here and there, but really it's pretty regular. So second leg yield here starts off well, but it's just like the other one here, it starts to bend too much at the neck and the hindquarters are trailing too much. A little better than the first one though. She straightens it a little bit there, but still too much trailing of the hindquarters there. But a pretty good rhythm. There's a little bit of slow fast going on there. So a little better than the first one. But as I said, still hindquarters trailing a bit, and that will affect the score a bit. Now see here on this stretch, this is really quite nice how the horse goes right into the stretch. And we actually see some lengthening of the stride on this horse this time. So that's really quite good. Comes back up into the working walk quite nicely. No resistance there. And that's what we're looking to see. Good working walk for this horse about right there. So once again, Down the road, we'd like to see this walk have a little more energy, a little more lift at the withers there a little bit for a horse, but just beginning stages, this is really quite good. Same thing here on the circle. Like to see how the rider's getting her outside leg back a little bit there. Little loss of rhythm there, but not too much loss of frame. Good turn and right into this stretch here. Very nicely done. Once again, we see a little bit of a lengthening as the horse really stretches out, so steps over a little bit more. Could be maybe a little bit more, but once again, this is quite good. Comes back up nicely into her working walk. A little bit hesitant there, but nothing bad. A little bit inconsistent on the shape. And once again, we see a little bit of variance in the tempo, but not a whole lot. The horse is staying pretty nicely in the working walk at its level. These are the zigzag lines. Quite a nice big step here. Doesn't come off the bridle as he makes that turn, and that's always what we're looking for, so that was really quite good. So this was really a very pleasant test at this level, just what we're looking for. As I said, it can improve by having a little more lift through the back there, the impulsion being a little greater in the walk, so it's just a little bit steadier, but this was really quite good. One of the best tests we've seen yet. Very nice turn onto that line there. Does a good job of keeping the horse stepping actively. Very nice and straight on the center line. I got a little crooked there for a moment. And comes off the bit a little bit in the halt, but halts squarely and stays very relaxed throughout all of this. This is all very good, just as we'd like to see the horse do. No moving around as she prepares to leave the arena. All very nice. You can imagine how important this all is for a young horse just starting out in its showing career, to be able to come out and ride it like this and to end like this, and how nicely she gets her reins in position. She has the reins in both hands, and she leads the horse off at the shoulder. So that's just what we're looking for. Very good ride from Marnie. Now we're going to go through again, and we'll score it this time. Evie and Marnie Makabrowski riding level 1, test 2. A, enter at the working walk. Proceed down center line to X without halting. X to M, continue working walk along diagonal. Straight on center line, 6. M to H, working walk. H to E. Between H and E, begin leg yield left across the center line, arriving on the quarter line between B and F. 6 on the last working walk. Continue working walk down quarter line to lower rail. At lower rail, turn right and proceed to K. Some loss of rhythm and trailing the hindquarters, 3. K to E. Between K and E, begin leg yield right across center line, arriving on the quarter line between B and M. Some loss of rhythm in that last turn, 5. Continue working walk down quarter line to upper rail. At upper rail, turn left and proceed to H. Some loss of rhythm and hindquarters trailing too much in that leg yield, but better than the previous one, 4. HXF, change rein, lengthening the horse's stride and allowing the horse to stretch forward and downward. 5 in the working walk. F through A, working walk. 6 on the change of rein and stretch. A, circle right 20 meters in the working walk without losing the rhythm or swing of the gait. 5 on the working walk to A. A to K, working walk. Some changes of rhythm on the circle, but good. 5. KXM, change rein, lengthening the horse's stride and allowing the horse to stretch forward and downward. 6 in the A to K working walk. M to C, working walk. Could be a little more consistent there, but a good stretch. 6. C, circle left 20 meters in the working walk without losing the rhythm or swing of the gait. M to C, good rhythm on that turn. 6. HXK, zigzagged on straight lines at letters. Some slight loss of rhythm there on the circle. 5. Good change A to F in the zigzag. Walk. 6. F to X, working walk along diagonal. Turn down center line at X. A to F in the working walk. 6. X to G. Between X and G, halt, salute. F to X and turn. 6. Dismount,
Good
stand
square
quietly
halt,
for a moment.
6.
You may reward your horse. Take the reins over the horse's head, run up the stirrups, and leave the arena, leading the horse at its shoulder. Eight on that last movement. Now, I'll keep it running in the background while we talk about our collective marks. Horse's correct level of physical development for this level entered. Horse stayed quite steady throughout all of this. A little bit of change of frame here and there, a little bit of change of rhythm, but really quite good. One of the best we've seen yet. We're going to give that a 6. Now, the walk can continue to develop a little bit, have a little more impulsion in it, a little more lift through the withers in the back, but that's coming quite nice. Harmony between horse and rider here, 6, was really quite good. We saw no arguments anywhere. Her hands were able to stay down and quiet throughout most of this test. She's sitting quite straight, so really quite nice. So rider's correct level of physical development for this, 6. That was really quite good. Once again, this is also not only how fit someone looks, but the ease with which they're able to perform these movements without us seeing a lot of movement. Artistic impression. Now, this is where we're going to see a big improvement on this. Once again, we saw much more consistency. It was much more beautiful to watch, if you will. We saw there was nothing that really distracted us. The horse kept a pretty good rhythm throughout, other than these couple of little places where he made mistakes, but that was really quite good. So 5 on that. Remember, this is a coefficient of 2. So that's really getting up there. So quite good. The final score on that was a 58%. So really well done, Marnie. We can see that with just the addition of a little more work on those leg yields, this would have been well into the 60%. So great job. And thanks again for all your hard work. This is Will Faber from Art to Ride, and we'll see you for the next one.